Hi, I'm Chris. Welcome back to my kitchen where we're focused on a mindful menu. Today we're going to look at a recipe. It's a spelt blueberry scone, and it is out of the 30-day Alzheimer's solution book by the Sherzai team, they call themselves. Quite interesting people. If you get a chance, look them up. We did go do some grocery shopping and had some challenges with some of the ingredients. We have the soy milk we're going to use, lemon juice, the spelt flour. We could not find any. So I have some a gluten-free blend, and I also have a sorghum flour that I'm going to add about a third of the sorghum flour to the gluten-free, and then there will still be a gluten-free scone. The baking powder, monk fruit, sweetener, we found some at the grocery store. A lemon, some blueberries. The recipe calls for some olive oil, but I'm not really a fan of olive oil, so I have some very needy bananas that need to be used, so I will use those instead of oil. You could also use applesauce. And a bit of salt, and we'll bake those up and see how they go. So I have 1.5 cups of gluten-free flour blend. I have 1 cup of sorghum flour. I have 1 teaspoon of lemon rind. I have 4 tablespoons of monk fruit sweetener. I have 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, and about 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I have 1 cup of blueberries, 1 very ripe mashed banana, 3/4 cup of soy milk with some lemon juice in it, which is causing it to curdle. So I'm just going to start with all the dry ingredients. My gluten-free flour, my sorghum flour, my monk fruit sweetener, my spices and salt, baking powder, and I like to use my whisk because then it breaks up any clumps or anything that's in there. So that's nicely blended. Put my lemon in. Add a bit of I want that to be all mixed through there. Now it's all coated in the flour. Put my banana. My milk, and the trick with scones is to not move it around too much. Just kind of want to get everything wet. Because this is not a regular flour, it will suck up a lot of moisture, and you might want to add a little bit more. We're just going to check and make sure that it's pinching together fairly well. We want it to be nice, and you'll feel it. It feels really light and gorgeous. Add my blueberries. Give them a bit of a toss. Then I'm just going to use my whisk and scrape that off my spoon because I want to have all that in my scones. Then I've got a baking tray. It's just got some parchment paper on it. And what I'm going to do is scoop this into a mound on the tray. And we just want it to all press together. See how it's all sticking together like that? So we want it to look dry. It's going to really melt down quite a bit and come together in the oven. So I'm just making it into a circle. You can make it into any shape that you like. It's just traditional, and I don't have a skillet, so. It's a round pan that's got ridges so that when you press the batter in, it actually creates that separation. But they're very cool. I have my eye on one. I'm just gonna give it a bit of a cut with my knife. I'm not really going all the way down to the bottom. I'm just creating those obvious lines. When you have two boys, you need to be very clear as to what one portion is. All right, now they're ready to just pop in the oven. And I am going to use my fabulous little oven here. Oh, blueberry. And the directions would like us to brush with a little bit of milk. Just to help it have that glaze. Again, I'm just using some soy milk here. And then we'll glaze it with some lemon after. And if I was using my big oven, I would already have it preheating to 375. Couldn't find the heat. So I'm just gonna pop this into my little cooker. Set it for 375 on bake for 15 minutes. All right, there we are. They're very hot. I should probably wait. Very dense. I want to put it back in the oven. So I think that they're a bit dense. So what I would like to do, because I've never cooked anything like this in this little oven, I'm not really trusting its airflow, if you will. So I'm gonna cut these apart and just separate them a bit so that the middle part is a little bit less doughy. So I'll just pull them apart a little bit. And part of the challenge is that we've used some gluten-free flour. So it's a lot denser of a dough. So I'm just gonna pop these back in for a few minutes like that. And we'll give them about another 5, I think. Oh, now they're golden brown. We'll just heat them with a little bit of vegan butter. They will be scrumptious. There we go. Some gluten-free blueberry scones.